Good morning, favorite rambler out here. How you doing today? It's another beautiful day here on the homestead. Just kind of getting up and getting started for the day, and we got a lot going on. So we had kind of crappy weather over the weekend, and we didn't get a ton done. I had to work on Saturday. We had a bunch of running around to do things like that. So naturally, the house is a mess. So by the house, I mean the project that we're in the middle of, our tiny house here that we're building. There's some weird stuff going on right now. Like we have one sheet of sheathing in here. So this is actually siding, but we went to Home Depot to pick up a bunch of stuff. I walked into the lumberyard department to pick up a 1/2-inch sheet of plywood. Seems simple enough. Product that I've purchased thousands of. There's like 60 of them on this house. And it was $65. I don't know why the lumber prices have shot back up so dramatically. But just for the sake of argument, I went and found a product that I have used multiple times for stuff in the past, which is 1-inch OSB. You use it for subflooring on a 2-story home. You use it for decking on a roof. It's heavy. It's thicker than anything I used on this house, and it's not something I need for a structure like this. But $112 a sheet. Used to be $39.99. $112. So I don't know what's going on there. But I do need more 2x4s and stuff at some point to finish out things. So we're going to figure that out when we get there. Hopefully the Western market will take care of us on that. But yeah, we have a bunch of materials we've picked up. Oh, let me show you this too. So the garden's looking awesome. Got all sorts of plants. The beans are down there looking good. All sorts of stuff in there. I don't know if y'all can see that through the water. We picked up a ton of stuff. I've got this vent kit that is for the bathroom vent. I've got, the chicken light that we picked up last week that's got to get painted. The flooring for the bathroom and the utility room. There's a ceiling fan over there, but you can see the house is a mess. We have a bunch of trash cans because they actually are food. So there's like rice and sugar and some beans. So these are... the other one has flour in it, which is what started us down this whole process. So we buy large quantities of flour because our bread machine uses a ton of flour. So when you're making a ton of bread, you need a ton of flour, and it's easier to buy it in large quantities. And then we can store it in those cans that are rodent-proof, water-resistant, moisture-proof, whatever. They'll take care of it. It's a good thing to have them in. But yeah, so that sheet of wood there is to build a brooder, because we'll have approximately somewhere between 12 and 20 chicks show up here in the next couple months or so that'll need a home. So their home is going to be, for now, in this bathroom. So our plan is I'm going to get in here, and Deacon has already started the roof baffles and getting the insulation in here yesterday. He's going to get that finished. Get the light up in here. I'm going to get the bathroom vent fan up in here. I got these two right here. That's what that vent kit's for. And then I'm going to get the ceiling up in here. Once the ceiling's up, the floor will go down in here. Bathtub we don't have yet. Like I said, I don't have the wood for the knockout in the wall, but we'll get the insulation in here, and then we'll be able to put the chicken brooder in here. So our chicken brooder, it's a design that came from Lemon Acres, requires a saw and a sheet of plywood, and that's it. It's super cool. So I'll show you guys how to make one of those if you feel so inclined to have some chickens, and it's a real simple project. And for us, we have the dog. She'll want to eat the chicks inevitably, or the cat will. So we actually have a roof for it, a lid, if you will, that we actually made for the old one, and we've been reusing for various things, and right now it is on top of Luna's cage out there. But we're ordering her a kennel, or picking her up a kennel eventually, so she won't need any more. But right now, I need to get to work cleaning this place up, reorganizing. We kind of have a problem with trash right now, because we don't have a trash service out here. So our only option is really to load up a trailer and drive it to the dump and spend an hour and a half going out there and pay money to get rid of our trash. We can burn when there's not a burn ban, but we are under an extreme fire danger right now, so we can't do that, which is normally our solution to cardboard and stuff. And most of the trash is to just burn it in our burn barrel. Otherwise, it has to go with my father-in-law back to his house to go out for trash day for him. And he hasn't been here because of crappy weather and gas prices being super high. There's not a ton of work right now. We're just getting into the busy season for the tractor shop. So, there's not a lot of reason to spend the diesel to come out here to hang out. So he hasn't been, so we haven't been able to send trash home with him. So, we got quite the collection going here that I gotta kind of get tore up and put away, thrown out of here, get it organized again, and going. But yeah, me and Deacon got to get this roof finished this week, or the ceiling rather. I gotta get this vent in, and we gotta get that bathroom done so the chicks can go in there. Those are our big projects this week. Got a lot of little things to do as well, like insulate the walls, spray foam. We are going to spray foam the bottom cavity on every wall, just so you don't have to worry about bugs or anything getting through that little crack that'll develop in some places down there. I think that's everything. I'm rambling, so let's get to work. Alright, well, it's still a mess in here, but it's less of a mess. I know everything is again, so we're going to go with that. And I've got to get this brooder built so I can get this giant sheet of plywood out of my way. So once again, it's a sheet of cedar or laminate siding stuff, like T111 siding. And the way this brooder works is I basically take a full sheet, cut it into 4 sections that are 2 foot each, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Give me the 4 sides, and you get a 4x4, well, slightly less, but 4x4 brooder. So it's a pretty good sized brooder. We'll put a tarp in the bottom of it and wood shavings and all that stuff. So I'm going to get this ripped down real quick, and then I'll show you how to do the slots next. So this Craig saw guide's pretty cool. It'll cut up to 24 inches wide, and you mount your saw to it. It rides along this edge right here, and it'll perfectly guide this. Give me a 2 foot cut every single time. Makes stuff like this super fast if you don't have like a $10,000 stand-up saw. That would have been a lot easier had I had some help to hold it in place. So I got a little wonky on that last cut there, second to last cut, but not too bad. So next step, I'm going to lay all of these up. I'm going to stack them on top of each other and clamp them together. So let me do that real quick so I can show you the markings. Alright, so once you have the whole thing cut into your 4 strips, you're going to clamp them all together, stack them so those edges are all lined up, and then you are going to measure 1 foot up and make a mark, and then we're going to measure slightly over the width of the boards, which on these is 3/8 of an inch. No, I'm sorry, 5/8 of an inch. So we're going to go 5/8 of an inch wide slot on each side. Probably, I think I'm going to go about 6 inches in. So it'll be 5/8 inch wide, 6 inches in, 12 inches tall. So let me show you what that looks like. Six. You're in front of the camera.
So what are we making?
The camper door is open. Making a chicken burger.
Okay. Was that the only thing you needed my help with?
At the moment. Alright, have fun. I always forget that when I'm cutting this stuff like this, I actually need to use my corded saw because it has the bigger blade. So these didn't go all the way through, but it has scored that bottom one. So I'll just going to chisel these out real quick to break them off. And then I'll take this last one and I'll just cut the slots into it. my saw is a 6 1/4, so it is only good for 1.5 inches, a little bit more of a cut, and that is obviously 2 inches and a little bit more thick. So we're gonna chisel those out real quick, and then I'll show you next step. And here's what they look like when they're all cut up, just like that. So now these are all going to go together just like a 3D puzzle. So you'll just slot one into the other, go in the opposite direction, and it makes a nice little box. So let me set y'all back up on the tripod and show you. Alright, so it looks like my bottom one ended up a little bit short on my cuts. Both kind of high, so we'll pull that back off and cut a little deeper on it. But that is what it looks like. So that gives you a nice sturdy, that's not going anywhere. My big old dog will run into it and it'll just slide. We will put a tarp in here because we learned that just putting down newspaper didn't really do it. But that'll get a tarp. It'll get the wood chip bedding in there, and then we'll hang a light over the top for them. And this insulates them from any drafts that there might be in the house or anything. Keeps the dog away from them, keeps them protected. And it'll do a pretty good job keeping the heat from that heat lamp in there with them as well. So I'm going to pull this one board off and get it cut a little bit deeper so it'll all fit together nicely. And that should be it for this. So that's how you make a brooder in 20 minutes. Alrighty guys, so Deacon was busy yesterday. Got all this insulation up. He's just cutting the last few pieces to fill in those little gaps there. And then he's got to cut one in half to fill that run in there. The ceiling insulation will be done. So he's getting insulation in my coffee, so I'm going to move that.
I'm sorry.
So he's filling these in right now. He's got that one in there. He's about to do that one. And yeah, so once that's done, Drake started to move stuff out of here so that I can get the stuff up there. I got to get a light up there, and I have to get the bathroom vent fan up there. And then get this installed. And then once that's done, I can get this cedar up on the ceiling in here. And after that, let's get the walls spray foamed. So we got a little spot right there that needs to be spray foamed. And then you can see a gap there. So we're doing that gap all the way around the house. So they're going to get started on that, and then they'll start insulating the walls. We're going to do this bathroom first, then this bedroom. We can only do one room at a time because we got to move stuff around as we go. And then we're going to do the utility room. And we decided that the chicks are actually going to go in the utility room. And the reason we decided we need to push to do this instead of doing the ceiling living room is my shift at work is changing to 3:30 to 1 a.m. So with me having to be at work until 1 a.m., I'm not going to be getting to sleep really until 2:30. So me and Amanda are going to move into the house so that when the kids wake up in the morning, it doesn't wake me up and I get a little bit more sleep. So that's the plan right now. That's what we're working on. So I'm going to get some stuff up and start getting these light and the fan up. Also, just another note from our trip to Home Depot where I found the $112 sheet of plywood. This is a new work ceiling box. It's got 2 nails on it. You mount a ceiling fan to it. There's nothing fancy or crazy going on here. These used to be $1. You could buy these for $2. So it's a new work or an old work, but it's got a little bar on it that hangs the thing from the rafters, so you could just cut a hole in the ceiling, mount that in the ceiling, and then you're done. Today, this $2 box is $9, and they had one, the whole store. I had to go digging through boxes to find this one, and there's none of the old works whatsoever. Versus your single gang boxes, because these light switches and plugs as things go in, that used to be $1 is now $6. Like I don't understand why these got so much more expensive. I didn't know there was a plastic shortage. But so yeah, I'm getting this hung up there now so we can get the light up in there once the ceiling's up. Ceiling goes up super fast, the nail gun. I guess this will be a little bit slower because they're 7-foot strips and it's 10-foot ceiling, so I got it all set up, but it shouldn't be too much slower. Just kind of trying to truck through this real quick so we can get it done before I go to work today. Well, progress. We've got my light box is in, the wires are there, and the bathroom fan is in, and it's like the quietest bathroom fan ever. Y'all probably can't even hear that. It's moving 100 CFM of air out of there apparently. So that's cool. And my wife got the foam in here so they can start putting insulation in, and I'm going to start on the ceiling.
Well guys, my husband has been at work for a few hours now, and I wanted to share what Deacon and I did. I don't know if y'all saw that this room was catch-all, but we came in here and we did the flooring. This flooring is absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous. It's kind of dark in here. I'm sure he'll refilm tomorrow. But we got all the insulation done in here. He started the ceiling. I know he showed y'all the ceiling, but we finished the insulation for the bathroom. The flooring's in. We moved a few things in here that was in the bedroom. We put the sink where it goes. And then we insulated the bedroom. So all the insulation is done in the bedroom. We have to clean up. I forgot to buy contractor bags. But Deacon and I's goal was to do the floor in the bathroom and come in here and do the insulation. I think tomorrow him and I are going to work on the utility closet. Like, this is a mess. Lots going on, but lots of progress being made. So tomorrow we're going to clean up in here and in the utility closet and get stuff going. It has been a good, productive day. All right, guys, it's me again today. He has still not used. Man, I'm red. I got some sun yesterday. I look really red. Maybe it's just dark in here. I don't know. But he forgot to film again today. We've been really, really busy. So I want to show you what we did today. So we have one little row left of the ceiling. So, and then this whole living room ceiling is done. And then me and Deacon insulated the entire house. We also bought this shelf yesterday from the Habitat Humanity Restore. Just because I already needed a shelf in here for homeschool stuff and craft stuff and everything. So I wanted to get that. So it was only like 40 bucks. But we finished insulating the entire house. So it's all done, and we've kind of moved over everything and cleaned out stuff. Because the goal is to have us in here this weekend. His hours are changing. So, man, I'm so red. I've been playing with the insulation, like some of it got on my arm and it just, but we'll see. But definitely was a productive day. Deacon's worked really hard and Drake's done really great, and we have storms coming in. So we're going to go get something for dinner. I want to show you all my plants. Yeah, I'm like some ADHD brain. We are doing fantastic. We can see it better at this angle. But all of the little cups are herbs and Deacon's serrano peppers that I think we're going to have to restart. Some of my herbs have started, like my basil, my opal basil, and my Emily basil, which is green basil. All my lettuce and broccoli. So everything's going to get new seed squares soon. And then all of my beans and my acorn squash and my flowers are growing in this. And then I think we have strawberry plants growing on the bottom. The other two are watermelon and cantaloupe, which take a little longer to sprout. But everything looks great. Everything's doing great so far. We did also, I guess I'll walk out and show y'all the fencing that we bought. Oh, man. It's been so great getting stuff done. Okay, yeah, maybe it was just the lighting, because I don't think I look as red now as I did before. There's Deacon. Deacon's done a great job, too.
Hello. Yeah.
He's done a great job. We've been working our butts off the last 2 days. Okay, so this is what we got from Tractor Supply yesterday. So what this is 7-foot deer fencing that we are going to use to keep things out of the garden. And then these are the poles that we are going to use that work through the deer fencing. But this is to keep the chickens in and everything out of the garden. We're gonna see how well it works. It wasn't that expensive, so we'll definitely figure it out. We have had to worry about some wildfires the last 2 days as well because of the wind out here in country. But okay, that's my little update for you guys. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow to film some more. We'll see you guys later.
Alrighty guys, my wife and Deacon have absolutely killed it. We are almost completely insulated in here. There's a couple little spots like there and back here, and a couple little places that still need insulation done. But other than that, the insulation is in, the flooring is all in, and we just picked up a bunch more stuff to work on next week. And it's looking great in here. So we checked the temperature before we left today, and after getting back 5 hours later just now, it's changed 2 degrees in here, so it's holding its temperature really well, which is cool. Like I said, me and the wife are planning to move in here this weekend, so I'm actually going to end this video off here and pick you guys up for next week here in just a few minutes. So thanks for liking, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Goodbye.